20 ways cats test if you're worth trusting. Cats are mysterious creatures, and when it comes to trust, they don't hand it out freely. Unlike dogs who may welcome you instantly, cats put you through subtle, sometimes baffling little tests to see if you're really worth their loyalty. Think of it as their own secret evaluation system, where your every move and reaction is quietly recorded. In today's video, we're diving deep into the overlooked signals and quirky trials cats use to decide if you've earned a place in their inner circle. By the end, you'll notice details you probably missed before, and maybe even realize your cat has been testing you all along. Let's unravel the hidden ways your cat figures out if you're trustworthy. 20. The glance and turn test. Your cat might give you a brief searching look, then deliberately turn away. This isn't them ignoring you. It's a setup. They're checking if you respect their decision to disengage. Cats want to know you won't force closeness when they don't invite it. If you let that moment breathe, resisting the urge to chase their attention, you quietly pass a critical test. The message you send is, I don't need to control you. You're free here. For a cat, freedom equals safety, and safety builds trust. 19. The shoulder brush trial. Sometimes a cat will glide past and let their shoulder graze your leg, then keep walking. This fleeting brush is intentional. It's a micro-invitation. What they're watching for is whether you overreact. Do you scoop them up instantly? Or do you simply acknowledge the brush with calm stillness? Passing means you recognize their gesture without drowning it in neediness. Cats trust those who can enjoy small contact without demanding more. 18. The sound absorption experiment. Have you noticed your cat suddenly vocalizing in an unusual tone when you're distracted? It's not always about food. Sometimes they're testing if their voice matters in your world. They'll issue a chirp, a drawn-out trill, or even a strange warble just once, then pause, waiting. If you acknowledge it with a soft word or glance, they log that as proof. My signals are received here. Cats give trust to humans who consistently listen to their unique vocabulary, ignore it repeatedly, and they may mark you as unreliable. 17. The boundary freeze check. Imagine reaching toward your cat, only for them to suddenly stop moving. Ears slightly tilted back, body frozen. That pause is not a rejection, but a checkpoint. They're watching how quickly you read their body language. If you notice the freeze and respectfully stop advancing, you demonstrate sensitivity. Cats file this away as evidence that you're tuned into their limits. Ignoring it, though, tells them you can't be trusted to read their signals, and they'll keep you at pause length. 16. The object sharing test. Cats sometimes place themselves between you and an object they value. Maybe their favorite spot on the couch or a toy. What they're studying is how you handle the overlap. If you muscle your way in, they'll withdraw trust. But if you adjust slightly, leaving space while still coexisting in the area, they learn that your presence doesn't erase theirs. In feline logic, shared territory without conflict equals reliability. 15. The delayed return experiment. You may notice that after being away, whether a full day or just an hour, your cat doesn't rush up immediately. Instead, they might appear minutes later, pretending indifference at first. That delay is intentional. They're gauging whether your energy stays steady even without their immediate approval. Cats don't trust volatility. If you remain calm, letting them approach on their terms, you prove you're safe to reconnect with, even after absence. 14. The proximity gamble. Cats sometimes test trust not by cuddling, but by choosing to linger just near enough to be noticed. Maybe sitting with their back to you while still within arm's reach. This isn't aloofness. It's an experiment in coexistence. They're asking, can I be near you without pressure? The more you allow those quiet side-by-side moments without demanding eye contact or touch, the more your cat registers you as a trustworthy companion who doesn't invade their autonomy. 13. The response to silence test. At times, your cat may simply sit and watch you during a lull. No meows, no paw taps, no movement. Just watching. This isn't random staring. They're evaluating whether you can sit in silence without trying to fill it with noise or fuss. Cats often distrust humans who overcompensate with constant chatter or stimulation. But a human who can mirror stillness? That earns trust points, because it shows emotional steadiness. 12. The shift of routine challenge. Cats thrive on routine, but they'll sometimes test you by slightly altering theirs, sitting in an unexpected place at feeding time, or hiding when they normally appear. They're not sabotaging. They're observing your reaction to unpredictability. Do you stay patient, adapting without frustration? Or do you become visibly agitated? Cats equate calm adaptability with safety. By rolling with their small deviations, you prove that your care isn't fragile. 11. The interrupted path maneuver. Ever notice your cat plant themselves in the middle of your walking route? Sometimes they'll even sprawl dramatically, blocking your way. This is less about tripping you and more about gauging your respect for their placement. If you step gently around them instead of forcing them to move, They log you as a considerate presence. That simple accommodation earns a surprising amount of feline trust. 10. The object test with scent. Cats know the power of their scent marks, and sometimes they'll deposit their smell on your belongings, brushing against your bag, kneading your blanket, or rubbing on your shoes. This isn't only territory claiming. They're watching if you tolerate it, washing away their scent immediately, or shooing them off signals to them that their claim isn't safe with you. But allowing their scent to linger shows acceptance, and in their world, acceptance equals trust. 9. The shadow follow test. At times, your cat will follow you quietly from room to room without engaging. No meowing, no touching, just silent trailing. This isn't clinginess, it's a stealth evaluation. They're checking if your energy shifts when you think they're not actively engaging with you. If you stay consistent, not performing just for their attention, they read you as authentic. And authenticity is the foundation of trust in their eyes. 8. The gift placement puzzle. Sometimes a cat will drop an object near you. Not always prey or toys, but even a random household item they've pawed around. They're not always expecting you to play. They're gauging how you treat what they present. Dismissing it harshly or tossing it away breaks trust. But acknowledging it with gentle curiosity, maybe moving it aside respectfully, tells them their offerings are safe with you. To a cat, how you treat their gifts reflects how you'll treat their vulnerabilities. 7. The hover near sleep experiment. Cats often nap lightly in your vicinity, rather than deep sleep right next to you. This half-asleep state is deliberate. They're testing if you respect their semi-vulnerable position. Do you poke or startle them while they're drowsy? Or do you let them rest, moving around softly without disturbing them? Passing means you've demonstrated reliability during their off-guard moments, which is one of the highest trust markers in feline evaluation. 6. The interruption gauge. Picture your cat grooming themselves, then pausing midway to glance at you. This pause isn't vanity, it's a trust trial. They're wondering if you'll interrupt their personal care. If you keep your distance and let them resume undisturbed, they mark you as a respectful partner. Interference during their self-maintenance, however, reads as a violation. Cats know grooming is intimate survival behavior, and they only trust those who honor it. 5. The threshold test. Cats sometimes linger at a doorway, hesitating before entering a room you're in. That pause isn't indecision, it's observation. They're watching how you hold space. If you remain relaxed and non-coercive, they'll step through, signaling trust. If you try to beckon too insistently or rush toward them, they may retreat, filing away the sense that your presence pulls instead of welcomes. Passing means you understand the power of invitation over pressure. 4. The imitation check. You may notice your cat subtly echoing your actions, stretching when you stretch, shifting when you shift. This mirroring isn't accidental. It's a feline method of testing synchrony. They're seeing if your rhythms align with theirs. When you move fluidly without startling or jolting, they feel their timing is safe with you. That alignment becomes one of the unspoken foundations of feline trust. 3. The food timing experiment. Trust isn't only about what you feed them, but how you handle timing. Occasionally, your cat may arrive earlier or later than usual for food. They're testing if your response is measured or reactive. Do you panic, rush, or scold? Or do you calmly adjust, providing nourishment without drama? To a cat, consistency under pressure equals dependability, and dependability is one of the clearest signs you're worth their trust. 2. The layered attention trial. Sometimes your cat may engage you in the middle of another task, perching near while you're reading or patting over while you're on a call. What they're testing isn't your full surrender, but your ability to share attention. If you can give them a gentle acknowledgement without abandoning your focus, they learn you're balanced, not someone whose mood or presence swings wildly. To a cat, balance is safety, and safety builds trust. 1. The retreat and return loop. Cats often test trust by approaching you briefly, then retreating just a few feet away. The true measure comes in the return. Do they circle back when they sense you stayed steady during their absence? That loop is their way of confirming that your presence is stable even without constant interaction. Passing means you've proven you're not a variable force in their world. You're a consistent one. And for a cat, that's the ultimate foundation of trust. And there you have it. Those are the ways your cat tests you. Curious for more insights? Discover the signs that you are their favorite human, or learn how they silently tell you they love you. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.